Dear viewers, today we are going to learn about symptoms of mental illness and causes of mental illness. Dear viewers, please watch the entire video. The video will be followed by MCQs based on the presentation. Let us try to understand the symptoms of mental illness. Mental illness refers to health conditions involving changes in emotion, thinking, or behavior, or a combination of these. They are associated with distress and or problems functioning in social, work, or family activities. Symptoms vary based on the specific mental disorder, but there are common patterns that signal the presence of a mental health issue. Early recognition and intervention are crucial for effective treatment and recovery. Emotional symptoms. These symptoms primarily relate to a person's feelings and emotional responses. They are often the first indicators of an underlying mental health problem. Persistent sadness or depression, feeling low for prolonged periods without a clear reason. Irritability or frustration, reacting angrily or impatiently even to minor irritants. Excessive fear or anxiety, feeling constant worry or fear that disrupts daily life. Mood swings, fluctuations in emotions, especially extreme highs, mania, and lows, depression. Guilt or hopelessness, unreasonable self-blame or a feeling that nothing will improve. 2. Cognitive symptoms. These symptoms affect the way a person thinks, processes information, or perceives the world around them. Confused thinking, inability to focus or maintain a coherent line of thought. Poor concentration and memory, difficulty remembering tasks or focusing on studies work. Delusions, firmly held false beliefs, such as being persecuted or having special powers. Hallucinations, hearing, seeing, or feeling things that aren't there, auditory or visual. Impaired judgment, making poor decisions, often with harmful consequences. 3. Behavioral symptoms. These symptoms are outward actions that may reflect internal struggles and are usually noticed by others. Withdrawal from social activities, avoiding family, friends, and social settings. Changes in sleeping or eating patterns, oversleeping, insomnia, overeating, or loss of appetite. Neglect of personal hygiene, ignoring cleanliness, dressing poorly, etc. Risky or self-harming behavior, engaging in dangerous activities or self-injury. Substance abuse, using alcohol or drugs as a coping mechanism. 4. Physical symptoms. Though mental illnesses are psychological in nature, they often manifest physically, sometimes leading to misdiagnosis. Fatigue or loss of energy, feeling physically exhausted with little effort. Unexplained aches and pains, headaches, stomach aches, or muscle pain without a medical cause. Digestive problems, nausea, diarrhea, or irritable bowel syndrome linked to stress. Sleep disturbances, trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or oversleeping. 5. Psychosocial symptoms. These symptoms affect the individual's ability to interact with others and function in society. Loss of interest in daily activities, apathy towards work, hobbies, or social interactions. Feelings of detachment, a sense of being disconnected from reality or from others. Poor performance, decline in school, college, or work productivity. Difficulty in maintaining relationships, strained interactions with family or peers. Thoughts of death or suicide, suicidal ideation or attempts must be taken seriously. Let us now understand the causes of mental illness. Mental illness is typically the result of a complex interplay of biological, psychological, and environmental factors. These causes are often interrelated. 1. Biological factors, genetics. A family history of mental illness increases risk. Neurochemical imbalances, dysfunction in neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine. Brain abnormalities, structural or functional brain changes. Infections, certain infections may trigger or worsen mental illness, example PANDAS in children. Prenatal damage, exposure to toxins or malnutrition in utero. 2. Psychological factors. Childhood trauma, abuse, neglect, or exposure to violence. Low self-esteem, chronic feelings of worthlessness or inadequacy. Poor coping skills, inability to deal with stress or emotional challenges. Learned helplessness, a sense of powerlessness due to repeated negative experiences. 3. Environmental and social factors. Stressful life events, death of a loved one, divorce, or job loss. Substance abuse, alcohol and drug misuse can both cause and worsen mental illnesses. Lack of support systems, social isolation or poor family relationships. Poverty and socioeconomic pressure, long-term financial stress, unemployment. Cultural and religious beliefs sometimes lead to stigma, denial, or suppression of symptoms. Dear viewers, let us solve some important multiple choice questions from the presentation. 1. A clinician notes that a client frequently believes they are being watched and controlled by external forces despite evidence to the contrary. This symptom is best described as A. Hallucination, B. Disorganized speech, C. Delusion of persecution, D. Catatonic stupor. Answer. C. A fixed false belief of persecution fits a persecutory delusion. 2. Sudden, brief episodes of intense fear with palpitations, sweating, and a fear of dying lasting under 10 minutes are characteristic of A. Panic attacks, B. Social phobia, C. Obsessive compulsive episodes, D. Acute grief reaction. Answer. A. Sudden intense fear with autonomic symptoms defines a panic attack. 3. A teenager begins cutting her arms to relieve overwhelming emotional tension. This behavior is an example of which symptom category? A. Cognitive distortion, B. Self-harm behavior, C. Delusional ideation, D. Psychomotor retardation. Answer. B. Deliberate self-injury aiming to alleviate distress classifies as self-harm behavior. 4. Which neurochemical imbalance is most strongly implicated in obsessive-compulsive disorder? A. Low dopamine, B. High GABA, C. Low serotonin, D. High acetylcholine. Answer. C. Serotonin dysfunction is central to OCD pathology. 5. A child exposed to chronic domestic violence who later develops hypervigilance, nightmares, and difficulty concentrating most likely illustrates the impact of which cause? A. Genetic predisposition, B. Early childhood trauma, C. Neurochemical imbalance, D. Prenatal toxin exposure. Answer. B. Chronic exposure to violence in childhood is a traumatic cause leading to PTSD-like symptoms. 6. Which physical symptom, when unexplained by medical tests but co-occurring with anxiety, often signals an underlying mental disorder? A. Joint hypermobility. B. Chronic unexplained headaches. C. Elevated blood pressure. D. Allergic reactions. Answer B. Somatic complaints like persistent headaches without organic cause often accompany anxiety or depression. 7. A college student presents with persistent worry about multiple areas of life, muscle tension, and difficulty sleeping for more than 6 months. This aligns with which diagnosis? A. Panic disorder. B. Adjustment disorder. C. Generalized anxiety disorder. D. Major depression. Answer C. Chronic excessive worry plus physical tension over 6 months indicates GAD. 8. A patient born prematurely and with a history of early hypoxia is at increased risk for which mental health condition? A. Bipolar II disorder. B. Autism spectrum disorder. C. Antisocial personality disorder. D. Social anxiety disorder. Answer B. Perinatal complications like hypoxia and prematurity elevate ASD risk. 9. Which personality trait, when combined with stressful life events, greatly increases vulnerability to depressive disorders? A. High conscientiousness. B. Low neuroticism. C. High neuroticism. D. High extroversion. Answer C. High neuroticism predisposes individuals to negative affectivity and depression under stress. 10. Persistent negative automatic thoughts such as, I am worthless, are examples of which psychological cause? A. Cognitive distortions. B. Neurochemical imbalance. C. Neurodevelopmental anomaly. D. Social isolation. Answer A. Maladaptive thinking patterns, cognitive distortions, drive and maintain depression and anxiety. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Education and Teacher Education.